everybody, welcome to another video. This one's gonna be a little bit different. I wanna try to keep the motivation level up for you guys that are out there grinding away, trying to get to that next level. I'm obviously in the gym. I am gonna get a quick workout in because I have a showtime here in about 5 hours. It's a 3:50 report. I picked up a trip at an open time, which basically is a bunch of trips that are uncovered with the company. They put it out for people to extra fly, and I'm gonna do that today. So with that, I don't report till later, so I'm gonna get a workout in. I'm gonna show you what this trip, flexibility-wise, pay-wise, I'll show you what I'm getting paid for this trip at the end of the day, and just kind of the overall lifestyle. Mainly not a flex, but just to try to get you guys motivated and keep that motivation up. So today's flight's gonna be over to Chicago O'Hare, just one leg operating. The next day, I'm supposed to deadhead back, which is flying in the back of the airplane, coming back to Phoenix, not really working, just moving me back to my domicile. But I'm gonna deviate from that. This is the flexibility of being at the airlines. I'm gonna deviate, which means I'm not gonna fly that deadhead back. I'm gonna basically jump seat down to San Antonio to visit my mom and spend a little bit of time with my mom. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And I will show you at the end of the trip, kind of the whole breakdown and what I'm getting paid to do it. And it might blow your mind. So let's go do this.
Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, Get it that
For my workouts now, you know, guys, I'm 50, right? So my workouts aren't an hour and a half, 2 hours long before. Now, when I was in my 20s and 30s, even into my 40s, yeah, my workouts were at least an hour, pretty hardcore. But this is probably what I would teach my younger self if I had a time machine. I'd go back. I would tell Ernie, the 20-year-old Ernie, keep hitting it, keep trying to grow as much muscle as possible. Because once you get to my age, once you're 50, you've already put on a good standard. That way you can just try to maintain it for the rest of the time. I try to get on that assault runner and do high intensity, maybe not super sprinting, but sprint for a minute. Today was chest, so I did flat bench. Make sure to pick some kind of weight that's pretty heavy. I'll do incline bench with about 30 to 45 seconds of jump rope right back into incline bench. And then I finished up with dumbbell flies. Everything for me is trying to get better at jujitsu. That's my new freaking just drug of choice, I guess. Working out is always just a staple in my life. And my ideal is to try and keep my heart rate. You can see that I'm using, if you guys are wondering, this is a Polar app for my heart rate. So what I try to do is try to keep it within zone 3 and zone 5. So this, I am told, simulates a jiu-jitsu match. So, you know, 80 minutes of just trying to hang in there and then 20 minutes of sprinting. That was my workout today overall. Actual work was 40 minutes, right around an hour with, you know, warm up and all that stuff. So that's how I do it. I recommend getting the Polar app. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's what I use, and I actually really enjoy it because I can concentrate on making sure I'm at least doing zone 3 and above on my workouts. And if it dips back into zone 3, I know it's time to jump back on and do some more HIIT. So anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go make my smoothie and do all that kind of stuff. So I'll take you along and show you what I do with that too. I'm gonna guys show you my smoothie that I like to make It includes everything that I need for the morning. So I also do intermittent fasting. I think it's a great way to just kind of, I don't know, keep yourself healthy. There's a lot of research on there. Don't take my advice. Check it out if it's good for your body. For my body, I think it's pretty good. So that's what I do. But here's what I put in my smoothie. I got some coconut water, collagen peptides, field of greens, some creatine, protein. My wife picked this up. I'm not sure where it came from, but it's instead of getting fresh fruits and all that, we just get the frozen stuff. It seems to keep better because it's kind of a pain to rinse it and do all that stuff every time. But anyways, I think I talked about the banana and of course my Longevity pack. I take that in the morning as well. Put it in that guy, blend it up in here, and you got yourself a smoothie. So that's kind of my, I guess, my first meal of the day. Right after that, I tend to cook breakfast, and I'll show you what I'm eating. I'm super boring. I pretty much eat the same thing almost every day. So it's either oatmeal or it's gonna be 4 eggs, cottage cheese, some avocado toast. So I will claim that I think most humans would not like the way this tastes, but hey, it is what it is. Now, I give no warranties on how it tastes because I think it tastes pretty good, but I think, yeah, most humans won't like that. Probably a little too much in there, but hey, it is what it is. Just like my Longevity pill pack, I just throw it all in and gut it down. Well, look at that. There you go, 4 eggs, half a cup of cottage cheese, avocado on some sourdough toast. So about 450 calories, and most importantly, 22 grams of protein on that. That is my standard breakfast. I love that one. I eat this for eternity. So we have, we got to be at the airport probably in about an hour and 40 minutes. So after eating this, that'll be my meal for mainly the day. I'll have a snack this evening, and that's it. After that, early wake up, especially on the Central Time, to make our 7:30 flight to head down to Dallas and then to San Antonio. So short day, I'm gonna grub down and then get ready. Well, our airplane's running about 40 minutes behind, so I'm gonna do what I normally don't do, is go to the lounge. Right now we're able to check in on our iPad or on our smartphone. So coming to the lounge, kind of a lost art, but if we got a little bit of time and my gate just so happens to be right above us, that's what I'll do, just hang out for a little bit. Plus, you never know, they might have some snacks or something. All right, pretty quick, just in, really no snacks. Come on, Phoenix, let's do it. Anyways, but yeah, we're gonna head to the gate now, waiting on the airplane. All right, everybody, here we go. We're going to O'Hare today. Here's what our flight plan looks like. We had a new route over to FTI, which is Fort Stockton. We're going to do Broke 1 to Albuquerque, maintain 8,000 feet. Free text, same deal. I just check it with the route. Up to 8,000, and our squawk up 2670. Going up to 39,000 feet. And the rides actually don't look too bad. Just going out of here, you see some predicted turbulence out there. If I hit my sky path, it's actually loaded up right there, 36,000 feet, showing really nice and smooth, so that's pretty good. Hello fellow aviators, Big Ern here. Whether you're in the left seat of a Cirrus or you're cruising around at 35,000 feet in a jet, one thing is clear, we all hate turbulence. That's why I've teamed up with SkyPath, the turbulence prediction app that's revolutionizing aviation safety. SkyPath leverages real-time data from pilots like you to create live turbulence maps, so you're better informed about what lies ahead. It offers a smart, crowdsourced, predictive system designed to make flights safer and smoother. Now, I use SkyPath on every flight, and it's an essential part of my pre-flight routine. So, if you're committed to enhancing safety and better decision making, give them a look. The link is in the description below. Fly safe, fly smart with SkyPath. Let's see what the weather is over there in Chicago. Right now, 74 degrees. We got a few clouds, and it's going to be kind of busy. Here's one cool thing I like about this is I can go to Chicago. Not that it makes any difference right now, but I zoomed in a little bit earlier, and once this traffic is on, it'll pull up all the traffic on our map. Of course, it's not doing it now, but trust me, this place was super busy. Quite honestly, I'd rather go into Midway, even with the shorter runways, but yeah, this is fun. But yeah, our flying time today is going to be 2 hours and 57 minutes. Again, be at 39,000 feet, so going to be burning a ton of gas on this one, about 20, let's see what our fuel burn was. Fuel burn, 16,000 pounds. So, it's a lot of gas. All right, let's head to O'Hare. All right, it was a pretty easy taxi on the way to 25 right. Short taxi, so we let the flight attendants know that their briefing's got to be a little bit quick. But taking off, doing the broke like we talked about, the flight was actually pretty nice. Although this image here, I just love seeing all the airplanes up there. It's pretty crazy. Arrival into O'Hare via the Bradford, we were landing east. My intrepidation of the taxi was didn't come to fruition. Basically, Papa Echo Echo to Victor, and then to our gate. So not too bad today. Gate 26. Don't mind that guy, or this guy. So the ramp up there, but it took us 2 hours 59 minutes. Exactly what our flight plan said it was going to do. Actually, it was 2 hours 57 minutes what our flight plan said, but 2 minutes for slow down, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna clean up the airplane, grab our stuff because we're done, one and done, and head to the hotel, and then a short overnight to try to make it to San Antonio. Alright, here we are at the Weston. I love Westons because the bed is the heavenly bed, and it is heavenly, as stated. So, I got a little bit of a coffee deal, some water. I think this is a fridge. Yeah, fridge safe. But Weston here is always, man, it's always nice. Got a robe in here, this bathroom, a closet. Wearing my shirt for tomorrow. But yeah, Chicago O'Hare Weston, very nice, nice accommodations. It is night, it's almost midnight, so yeah, that's what it looks like. A good view of the airport. For an airplane geek, that's pretty good. So. All right, again, it is currently 11:35, so I am going to try to grab I'm going to grab the 620 van to get to the airport and run over to the flight to San Antonio. It's actually going to Dallas first, change planes, go to San Antonio. So that's the plan. Just got to execute it and sleep fast. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. Yeah, that was super quick, but it's all good. As long as you get to sleep right away, you're fine. Which I didn't. It took a little bit to get in bed. But anyways, we're up our goal today is to get to go see Mom. So I'm gonna run out to the airport. My plane leaves in an hour and 15 minutes. So it's a 10-minute ride over there, so should be plenty of time. Lots of seats on the airplane, about 30 seats I think it was. So that should be good. So let's go. All right, here nestled in my seat. It's supposed to be a pretty light flight going over to Dallas, and then a little bit full going over to San Antonio. So, but I should make it. What is funny is this airplane is the same airplane I brought in last night. So instead of riding up front or flying, I'm riding in the back. But it's all good. Nice day here in Chicago. Taking the 700 over to Dallas. We just pulled up. We're gonna surprise Mom. She loves it when I'm in my uniform, by the way. She's very proud, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be in this position anyway. So let's go surprise her. I know my sister didn't tell her I was coming, just in case, because you never know. The airlines could reroute you, but we're here. So let's go surprise her. Remember to take off your slippers before you get in the house. Hello. Welcome. Oh. Mission accomplished. We surprised her.
She said, go look the door. Somebody coming.
All right, just like that, we're done. Heading over to Alpha 14 is our gate to head back to Phoenix. The flight is wide open, 100 open seats. That's kind of nice. That's not very common during July, but yeah, let's go. All right, made the non-rev back home. Check out what's next door. I think that's Missouri one. But anyways, awesome to see Mom. My sister, of course, just cooks all the time. It's a Thai thing, and it's fantastic. She says she's a better cook than my mom. I wouldn't go that far. It's a bit strong. But anyways, like 2-hour flight to get back home. Should get home about 9 something, and that'll wrap up this trip. Although my trip technically wrapped up yesterday, but just a short 2-hour flight. I'm back home. It is, well, 5 minutes before 10 o'clock local time here in Phoenix. So, whew, it was a long day, but glad I got to see Mom, and now we're home. Let's go over the numbers of what we did today. Here's where all the numbers come in. Again, this is not to boast. This is hopefully going to motivate you guys who are in flight training right now at the regionals, wanting to get to that next level, a little bit of motivation to keep grinding and get after it, because these numbers are really, really good. So, all right, I'm pulling up my trip board, and the stats for this 2-day trip was 3 hours and 15 minutes of block. I did 11 hours of duty, the time that I was on duty for the company. And my pay at Southwest, we do things a little bit different. We get, typically you get paid per hour, per block hour. We go trips for pay. Now, I can make another video. It's pretty complicated, but it's right around 1.1 is the conversion rate. So for me, this trip paid 13 trips. Now, the way you get the pay rate from there is you multiply 13 times my pay rate. And all that stuff's contractually done and all that stuff. But for today, my pay rate as of today is $329.94 per trip. Now, don't be confused with trip, like I just flew this trip, but it's trips for pay is what it's called. All right, so 2 days, my time away from base was 25 hours and 57 minutes. Now, before I start breaking down the numbers even further, I deviated from my last day because my last day was just a deadhead back to Phoenix after a 16-hour and 34-minute overnight. They would ride me in the back all the way back to Phoenix. Now, I deviated from that and I went down and visited Mom, as you guys saw, which again, you can't put a price tag on that because that's just invaluable. Being able to surprise her, and that was pretty cool. And I love the fact that we get to do that. So, all right, back to the numbers. So if we multiply 329 times 329.94 times 13, that comes up with $4,289.22. Now we got to add on some multiples on that, or some extra pay, because my 401k, the company and the union negotiated a very generous match. It's not even a match, it's just a contribution. It's called NEC. That's 17%, so we add another $729.16 onto that. Now, you guys know, I am, being an entrepreneur and all that stuff, my plea to you guys that are coming up and finally get into, you should be doing it already, but definitely when you get into the airlines, be throwing as much money as you can in your 401k. That is your basis, your base nest egg. And then you can start doing some of this wild stuff once you're comfortable at the airlines and you want to get a side hustle. My recommendation is to do that. But first and foremost, fund your 401k. After that, we get paid per diem, per hour, and my hours on duty was 11. So that's adding another $32.67 onto that. So the grand total for this trip was $5,051.05. And that's based on what the schedule was and, any changes to that. So again, 25 hours away from base. If we break that down even further, if we went to block time, this is where the numbers get really wild because most airline pays, time in the air. That's kind of how we get paid. Well, my time in the air was 3 hours and 15 minutes. So that's roughly $1,530 an hour. And if we want to break it down into another category, if you guys are considering, if somebody's watching this and like, man, I should be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. My time on duty, so the time that I showed up to the airport until the time I was released. So essentially, if you were going into any job and, doing just a regular job, working an hourly rate, my hourly rate on duty was 11 hours. So it'd be a long day. Over the course of 2 days. And my hourly rate on that would be $459.18. So when you're comparing different jobs and different places and different in different categories, that's probably a one thing. I will say, do not base becoming an airline pilot based on pay. Now, we get paid very, very well, but I wouldn't base it on that because it is difficult enough when you're passionate and you really want to do this to be successful. If you're doing it for the money, I can almost guarantee you will not be successful. So, word to the wise on that. Again, I deviated. I left early on that second day and went down and visit my mom. So technically, I was only there for, on duty essentially for 5 hours and 34 minutes. And, that throws in all kinds of different things. So you can break this down, many different ways. My point in doing all this is to hopefully motivate you guys that are in the pipeline right now. And, things have slowed down and everybody's getting a little impatient, and I get that. It's totally there too. But serve this as some motivation for you. Maybe you're watching it today and you got to fly this evening. Get that motivation in there. Again, don't be motivated but totally by money, but just know that there is a amazing career at the end of your pipeline. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe I'll make a video on this. I just snagged a double time trip. The Delta guys call it green slips. United, I think it's just double time. Doesn't happen very often. I did it for one day, and essentially I'm going to get paid a little bit more of that for doing even less of a duty day. I'll make a video on that. For now, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going